northeastern states bordering Bhutan has a lot of cardamom farming going on, cardamom plantation. So this person, he was posted there, and on the day he joined, the farmers there and the juniors there, they were very excited to have a new boss. So they told the new joinee, their officer, सर हम आपको अपना प्लांटेशन दिखाने लेके जाएंगे. So this person, he was very excited, and he told them, yes, of course हम लोग चलेंगे. So next day they hop onto a jeep and they drive. So they go after plantations, after plantation, farm after farm, and uh, with each and every farm, the farmers very excitedly, they let me share my screen. The farmers were very excited and they wanted to show their fields to the new officer. So this is how a cardamom field looks like. So as they hop from one field to the other, they tell the officer, सर इस बार का जो फसल है, जो इस बार की खेती है, बहुत अच्छा हुआ है. So they go to the next field and they are excited and they are again tell the officer, sir इस बार की खेती बहुत अच्छी हुई है, we are going to have good profit. So the officer, he nods and he approves. And so after about an hour of drive, the officer says, uh, I'm very excited about what you are saying. I can see the field is green, but I don't see any cardamom. Now, as soon as he said that, there was an area of silence, and people were just confused as to what has happened. Because the farmers, the juniors, they knew that cardamom grows not on the top. You can't see the cardamom from the top. It grows at the base of the plant, just above the ground. So why did this happen? So this is how the cardamom grows, at the base of the plant. So why did this happen? What was the reason? We have been exposed to the kind of education system where the students are not taught by experience. We are used to the textbook kind of learning. So the topic for today is experiential learning, wherein we are going to cover what experiential learning actually is, and then we are going to discuss about structured learning for homeschoolers and how can golden sparrow help you with it. So we come to the question of what is experiential learning. So from the definition, from the word itself, you can know the definition. It is what you learn by experience. So experiential learning is what you learn from your surroundings, what you learn from by interacting with people, what you learn from by doing yourself. So now these are some of the things that parents can do with their kids to inculcate learning and to inculcate experiential learning in the kids. So we will discuss few things that the parents can do with the kids at home so that they learn, they have life learning, so they are prepared for the world. The kind of academics that we have, the textbook knowledge that we have, it is limited to theory. But experiential learning is all about preparing your kids for the world. So one of the things that the kids can the parents can do with their kids is, when they're going to the vegetable market, they're going to the shop for groceries, they can take their kids with them and teach them what the how like difference between good vegetable or good quality vegetable or vegetables that are not good. Or now the next thing that the parents can do is when they are cleaning their house, they can engage the kids with them and ask them to help them in their cleaning. Also the parents can ask their kids to help them with doing their dishes. So it has to be age appropriate. Now Let me tell you the story of two friends. There were two friends, Ahmad and Vikram, who were studying in the same class. Now, Ahmad is a 15-year boy. Vikram and Ahmad, they are all 15-year-old boys. And Ahmad is a bencher. He is a topper. He is studious. While Vikram is a backbencher, he is a low scorer, and he is not that studious. So, so what happens is that when the board exams comes, Ahmad scores more than 80%, while Vikram, he just manages 55%. But uh, during his education, in his school days, Ahmad was busy with his studies, and he would not go out and play with his friends. He would not, both of them were son of businessmen, but Ahmad would spend most of his time with the books. But Vikram would go to his father's shop and help him in his shop. So after 10 years, we see that Ahmad has just managed to get a job while Vikram has uh, taken over his family this business, and he's doing quite well. So from experiential learning, we see that the kids not only get to know about what is there in the textbook, they're not just academics, but also they become life learners. They get prepared for their life. They are prepared for the world. Now, there's a small exercise that I want to give you. Want you to go down the memory lane and remember one of your or some of your friends who used to sit right at the back. They were not very active, they were not very studious, they could not score well in the class, but they are doing well in life. You don't have to tell me the name, you just remember them, and you can just keep it to yourself and see what effect does experiential learning have on the students. Okay, now I have a question for, there's a small game that I would like to play. Okay, can you please complete this sentence for me? Anyone? You can unmute yourself and tell me the answer.
The sun rises from the east and sets in the west.
Okay, anyone else?
Amaya.
The sun is there, we move, earth
Yes.
moves.
Okay, okay, the earth moves fine. Okay, anyone else?
Kajal ma'am has raised your hand.
Yeah, I
Yes,
just yeah, I just said.
Okay, you can unmute and just speak out the answer. That's fine.
I just finished saying. The earth moves. It's always the sun doesn't. It's always there.
Okay,
पर
okay,
हमने तो स्कूल में यही रट्टा मारा है कि सन राइजेस फ्रॉम द ईस्ट एंड सेट्स इन द वेस्ट.
I
okay.
understand.
Yes. So Kajal ma'am is saying it's not the sun setting and rising, it's actually the earth moving. Okay, fine, we take it. Anyone else has any idea? So we all have learned in our school the sun rises in the east and sets in the west. Yeah, I take it that it is not actually the sun that is rising and setting, it is actually the earth. But this is not what not the answer that I'm looking for. It is something different. Even if it is, if you consider the earth revolving and sun stationary, it is not the sun that appears to rise from the east and set in the west. This this statement, the sun rises in the east and sets in the west, is wrong. How? Who can explain it to me? Please take some time, take 10 seconds and think. You are observing this every day. We are observing this every day. Even tomorrow, if you go and check, the sun does not rise in the east. So what actually happens? We know this. We know this. So this statement is good for a 5-year-old kid. The sun rises in the east and sets in the west. This is good for a 4 or 5 grader. But when you grow up and when you are learning about your geology, when you're learning about your science, your physics, your planetary motions, this answer is not right. Okay,
Sir,
what
I
I have
just
to
used
tell you,
ChatGPT to find the answer. I'll put this
sorry,
in the. I use ChatGPT to find the answer now. I'll put the screenshot in the
no,
group. This is how modern children learn.
yes, ma'am, Kajal, ma'am, yes, we were taught that it rises in the east and sets in the west. Now, let me show you the next slide, and that will give you the answer. And you'll say, oh, we all knew this.
So, like the earth revolves around
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
sun or something,
Okay.
and
The
eventually the sun comes in the east.
okay, that's fine. That's right. But it does not come in the east. That is what I'm saying. So here
Okay.
you are. You check this slide. The sun rises on perfect east only on one day, and it says sets on perfect west just on one day. 2 days, sorry, 2 days of a year. So this is the picture of a setting sun on March 21st and September 21st. On equinox, the sun sets on perfect west and rises from perfect east. Other days, it
Sir, your
moves.
PPT is not shared.
I'm sorry. There you are. Does this make sense to you? So on March 21st and September 21st, on equinox, the sun sets in perfect west and rises from perfect east. Other days, the sun is moving towards the right or left. It moves towards north and south. So on December 21st, when we have the winter solstice, that is the southernmost part the sun goes to. And on June 21st, when we have the summer solstice, it is the northernmost part the sun goes to while setting and rising. So this angle, if you see it, it is sometimes more than 20 degrees. All right. Now we have the next picture, but before that, let me tell you a few more things about experiential learning. Now, in textbook books, we learn concepts. We learn concepts. Now, during a maths, I was tutoring my daughter for maths, and we had this problem sum. So Arun bought 12 dozen bananas. So if 1 dozen banana costs 10 rupees, how much does 12 dozen banana cost? Now my daughter asked me, Abu, what does Arun do with 12 dozen bananas? Why? What will he do with 12 dozen? What 12 dozen banana is? She calculated and it comes out to 144 bananas. So what is he going to do with 12 dozen bananas? Now, these are the questions, the kids ask. Our textbooks sometimes realistic. They don't connect you to life. So the whole idea of experiential learning is connecting the students to real life. And this is a great initiative by the central government to make experiential learning the central theme of the new education policy that was implemented in 2020. Now, coming to the next question that we have, are you all excited for the next question? Now, this is going to be tough. You have to know geography, culture, and logic, creativity. What is this? What structure is this? History?
So you need to share the PPT.
Share.
I don't know why it is getting unshared again and again. Okay. What structure is this? What building is this? Is the PPT visible? Is the screen visible?
Yes,
Yes, we
yes.
can see. We can see.
Okay.
Yes,
What
sir.
structure is this? Yes, please.
It's
Okay,
the
you can unmute
Delhi.
and speak out the answer.
Mosque.
Which mosque? This is not the question. This is not the question. Question will come after this. This is
Hagia
not your
Sophia
question.
Mosque.
This is the Jama Masjid in Delhi, right? Okay. Now the question is, what time of the day is it?
Sunset.
What time of the day is it? Now I'll stop sharing and I'll switch on my video so that we can talk. Have you seen the picture? Now I
Yes,
stop
sir.
sharing. Okay, now tell me what time of the day and give me a reason.
Evening.
Anyone else?
Evening.
Okay, evening, what, I mean, approximately what time?
Sunset.
5:45 or something, or
Okay,
6:30.
okay. Anyone else? Okay, why do you say that, Amir?
Because I always see the sun in that way only, like the light coming from the
Okay.
background.
Ma'am, yes, Fatima, ma'am, I want the, okay, yeah, fine. So, yeah, yes, Amir, tell me your answer.
The light coming
Yes,
from the
sir.
background.
Now, this one picture has history, it has geography, geology, geometry. So, you have to apply all this knowledge, culture. You have to apply all this knowledge to get the answer. Any guesses? Yes. No, no, no. I
Sir,
asked what time of the day? Approximate.
any clue, hint
Yes.
or clue?
10:30.
No, no. Any clues you can give?
No clues. Just need to look at the picture and tell me what time of the day. So let me share it once again. Okay, what time of the
Asar
day?
time for me. It looks Asar time for me because there are lots of people outside, so we don't usually see that kind of people in the masjid.
What time did you say, ma'am? What time did you say?
Asar time, like the sun is about
Oh,
to set Asar Maghrib, between Asar and Maghrib.
okay.
Okay,
Okay. So, so it
Like
comes
five
around
o'clock.
five,
Five
five,
o'clock.
five.
yeah,
Okay. All
and
right.
the sun is also behind, so it's like towards the west, like
Okay. Okay.
yeah.
So the geography that we apply is, first is we have to know the culture. So the direction of the mosque is always towards the west, and the sun is sets in the west, so the sun is towards the west, and it is going down. So if you see the angle, it's less than 45 degrees, so it is very near to the horizon. So it is late evening before sunset. So this is experiential learning. By looking at the picture, you could find out what time is it. Now, 1 degree, 1 degree. Okay, any few more questions. Any science enthusiast or geography, geology enthusiast here? How much is 1 degree in time? 1 degree. 1 degree is 4 minutes. 1 degree is 4 minutes. Okay. Now,
Okay.
if you could find the angle, if you could use your protector and find the angle of the ray, so 4 into that angle, let's say 30 degree, 4 into 30 is 120, 120 minutes. So it is 120 minutes before sunset. Okay, so you can find what time the sun sets in Delhi and find the time. So this is experiential learning. Now see how fun learning becomes when you actually implement it, and when you see that okay, fine, I'm able to implement what I'm learning uh, in life. Another thing that parents can do with their kids as a part of experiential learning is take them on a holiday, and where not to they can go anywhere. Holidays can be planned for anywhere, but it should be targeted. Like it could be in the hills, or somewhere planned Thar desert, or some national park, so that the kids interact with the nature and they learn. They could they if, if you consider geography lessons, so if you go to the hills, you know what a spur is, from where the ridges originate. You know what a valley is. You know what a ridge is. So you could plan holidays and take the kids along. You can actually tell them, you plan the holidays. You find out from the internet where do you want to go, and you can actually tell them how to book tickets. You can ask actually tell them to suggest what mode of transport can we take. So they are learning while on holiday also. You can ask them to estimate the cost. You can tell them, okay, hotel booking is so much, tickets cost so much, other expenses so much, so how much the total is. And you could ask them to divide it by the number of members, so per head cost. So they are budgeting, they are exploring, they are planning. Yes, itinerary. Thank you, ma'am. All right. So okay, so now let us come to the structured learning part at home. So there are three words: plan, learn, assess. In the planning part, what does the planning part consist of? The planning part is all about are you going to learn, and how are you going to learn. The prerequisites to actual learning. So, what are you going to learn? Your lesson. Maybe maths, science, English, geography, anything. What are the textbooks you are going to use? What are the reference material that are you going to use? And if you know some tutor whom you want to get in touch with, you all you need to jot down everything, and that is your planning. Then comes the actual learning. So the actual learning again has a number of parts to it. So sharing my slide again. So you can learn by social interaction, speaking to people. You can learn by listening to a video, or going to a tutor. You can learn by reviewing your learning and your assessments. So these are the smart learning techniques. Now I'll tell you. I'm sorry, I'm having to switch share and share again and again. So I just want to look at you and talk. So now let me tell you a smart learning technique. So when you sit down to learn, you have to how will you plan? So you just remember the word smart. Smart is as for specific. You need to plan what specific thing you want to learn. Let's say fractions. So this is specific. M is measurable. How much are you going to, how much time are you going to dedicate to it? Out of all other subjects that you have, this is your planning, your day planning. So let's say you are giving 30 minutes to maths. So this is you're measuring the time for the fraction, the topic fraction. SM A is for attainable. Now whatever you target, it should be attainable. R, it should be realistic. Your the target that you are setting, it should be realistic, time bound, and it should be time bound. You cannot take the whole year learning fractions. So this is the smart way to plan your day, plan your month, and your entire year. You can apply it to one topic, you can apply it to your entire learning outcome for the year. Now, apart from planning and your actual learning, one important part of experiential learning is assessment and retrospective. Now, coming to the assessment part, assessment is not just testing your memories. It is not just what you remember and what you can write. This is a very small part of learning. Most of the now most of the information that things that you needed to remember is available on your fingertips. So what are the skills of the 21st century, or what are the skills of the future? It is critical thinking. It is how you process information. Now, if I tell you, taking an example from what we just discussed, now let's say 1 degree is 4 minutes. Okay, so 1 degree is equal to 4 minutes is equal to 111 kilometers. Okay, now I tell you the longitude of Kolkata is, let's say, 22 degrees, and the longitude of Delhi is 70 degrees. Find the distance between Delhi and Kolkata. So the information is 1 degree is equal to 4 minutes is equal to 111 kilometers. This is a formula, an information. A teacher asks this, how much is 1 degree is equal to in kilometers? So you can write down 111 kilometers. But now, if the teacher gives you an atlas and tells you, find the distance between Delhi and Kolkata, what are you going to do? This is information processing. This is the skill of 21st century. Someone has rightly said the skill of the future is not learning or not getting informed. It is about how you process those information. Processing the information, learning to process the information, learning to ask the right question is important. And after assessment, one important thing that the corporate industry uses, but we are trying this with education also, that is retrospective. Once you have planned your lesson, you have learned your lesson, you have assessed yourself, sit down maybe with your friends, the group that you are learning. Yes, someone has raised their hand, Abdullah and Juwaria. All right. So, yes, Abdullah Juwari, do you have a question? Anyways,
Yeah, just go ahead.
okay. So it's retrospective. Retrospective is revisiting your concepts, revisiting your assessments, and checking where you fared well, what you missed, and where you can do better. Three things: what went well, what did not go well, what you have to do to maintain your places where you went well, and how to rectify what did not go well. So this is retrospective. If you want to note down, you can note down. I'll share this presentation with you. So retrospective, what does retrospective do? Retrospective assessment is not the end of it. Assessment is okay. Assessment is okay. You know what mistakes that you have done, how much you have scored. But retrospective is how you can correct those mistakes. That is very important. So retrospective is a part of agile methodology that is used in corporates. In corporate, after every sprint or after every month, there is a retrospective meeting that is held, and the team comes together and they review what went well, what did not go well, what we can do to make good of what did not go well. So this is retrospective. Now I'll tell you one more story and I'll end my session, my talk, and I'll open the floor for question and answer. There was a person who went to his child's school and he was sitting in the office. He was asked to sit in the office because his turn was yet to come for meeting with the principal. As he was sitting, he saw a person who was sitting before him go into the office and he could overhear the conversation. Now, this person was employed with the corporate and he was working with some American company, and the vacation of the kids had just ended. Now, this person, he was requesting the management to give him a leave of 5 days so that he could go out with his kids on a holiday. The vacation has just ended for the school, and today is the first day of the school. Now, this person, he comes and asks the principal for a 5 day leave. The principal is like, we just finished the vacation. We are just done with the vacation. How can you come and ask for another 5 days? Now, this person, he tells the management, the principal, ma'am, I work for an American company. We just had a 5 day Diwali break. I did not have holidays. I will get this 5 day break in Christmas. I managed to get a 5 day holiday from my leave. I convinced my boss, and now I want to go on a holiday because after that, the work pressure is going to increase and I can't go out. One incident. Now, as this person was sitting outside the office, and a lady goes inside, and she tried telling something to the principal, and what the person could overhear was she was weeping inconsolably. Later, that person came to find out that this lady was a married single mother whose husband was working outside, and she had two kids. One of the kid was studying in the school, the other kid was still a baby, an infant, and he was sick. So she had to admit him to the hospital into the hospital, and she had to take care of him. So she could not send the kid for the exam before the holidays. Remember, this is the first day of the school after the holidays. So she comes after the holidays and she tells the principal, and she's weeping, she's crying. She's telling, ma'am, this was the reason why my child could not appear for the exams. Now, these two incidents that happened, now this person sitting outside the office, he is thinking, why can't that person get a leave of 5 days? Because the work culture, the work situation, scenario, everything has changed. India is closed, the Indian offices are closed during the Diwalis. But there are many Indians working in corporates who just get 1 day break for Diwali. They have the pressure from the client. Christmas is a holiday week. So that time they are relaxed. The holidays of the kids, the school holidays do not match with the corporate holidays. So when are they going to plan their holidays? And this single mother who had a small baby who was admitted to the hospital could not send her kid to the school just because She could not get him ready on time. She was busy in the hospital. There was no one to take care of the child. Now, this person was none other than me sitting outside the school office. And that is where the entire idea of online schooling and decentralized education came in. And that was way back in 2018. So this golden sparrow is not a byproduct of COVID, but it was planned long back in 2018. And I came to my friend, Dr. Dawood Vaid, my mentor and my friend, and we sat down and we came up with this entire concept of decentralized education and online schooling. Online schooling, Golden Sparrow, is at your service, parents, to help you decentralize education, to help you teach your kids and prepare them for the world. So the floor is open to you. If you have any questions, please go ahead. Toby, you are muted.
Thank you so much, Faisal sir. Yeah, very inspiring. Very nice to see the journey. And one thing I've really admire is today morning, Kajal ma'am had a lovely network meet, and same thing. I see the story repeating that COVID actually brought us together. Probably I knew, Faisal from his cognizant days in Pune, but the whole idea that you shared is it crossed boundaries, it has crossed geographic and national levels, and today education is beyond classrooms, is how I see. And as a homeschoolers community that we are developing, what you're doing is aiding the community, but otherwise, let's grow the entire program and let's keep sharing resources. Thank you so much, sir.
Dobby, we have a question. I plan
Yes.
homeschooling. What advice would you give? So, if you have some advice, please.
Yes, sir. This is your floor. Please go ahead.
Ma'am, for homeschooling, first you need to find out the pros and cons of it. Daud already spoke about the pros and cons of homeschooling in his last session. So I advise you to watch it and first find out what are the cons of it. And once you have decided that you are going to homeschool your kid, so the three formula that I gave you, the three words: plan, implement, assess, and after that is retrospective. So these are the key words. And if you want further help, you can write to us. We are there to help you. We have our online classes where we can help you teach your kids online. If you don't want that, we are also planning synchronous classes wherein the kid can just appear for the exams through us and learn by themselves. They can go to Khan Academy. They can go and watch any of the videos available on YouTube, or they can do private tuitions. They can come to us for assessments. We will assess them and we will provide a report, and you can do the retrospective at your ease. So this is my suggestion for anyone who wants to homeschool. We have a question. Please share the subject that a child for grade 10. Subjects as in, ma'am, can you please?
So you can inform what the subject. The Joyce ma'am would do well. The current grade.
Yes, ma'am, can you please take this question? Please share the subjects that a child should choose for grade 10.
Yeah, for the grade 10, Golden Sparrow is offering an array of subjects starting from English, maths, and science, and then you can go ahead to psychology, home science, business studies. So we have a lot of subjects, including coding as well as the business computing. Now it depends upon every child or the like of the child who can opt for any of the subjects, and we are there to help them out. So yes, we have a variety of subjects in our grade 10 and we do offer it. Thank you.
Okay, ma'am, there's a question. When does we have our vacations? So can you please highlight on our working days and vacations?
Better than the principal talk about vacations.
Yeah.
Well, we are working from Monday to Thursday. Well, the weekends are totally off for our kids, so that the rejuvenation happen, and that is the reason our weekends are totally given as holiday for our kids. And coming back to the vacations during the major festivals in India, we do offer variety of a lot of vacation time so that they do enjoy the timings for the festival, and as well as they can connect with their family and friends during those time. And yes, we are running with our summer vacations even now, and by June 12th we are joining back. Thank you.
So we have a summer vacation for 2 months.
Yes, absolutely.
All right. Any more questions? Yes, Kajal ma'am raised her hand. Yes, ma'am, please.
Yeah, I think Joyce, ma'am. If my child is in CBSE board right now, so next year he'll be in grade 10. So if I opt for this Golden Sparrow or online thing, so do you provide the whole package thing, or can I opt for subject or topic wise also online thing, and then go through you for examinations or wherever I get stuck with my child?
Definitely, Kajal ma'am, we can go ahead. We'll have a discussion personally, Kajal ma'am, and then we can take it forward. That would be great.
Yeah, sounds good. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. I think all are done with the questions.
How my child will learn to interact at home school? So, Joyce ma'am, you can inform about the various interactive sessions and the interactive classes, the connect classes that we have with the Japan kids and all.
Yes, so everyone here, we do have an interactive sessions, and exactly to tell you, if we look into the experiential learning, it is like we are totally dividing the sessions so that they're in interactive class as well as the lessons, so because of which there is a total interaction between the teacher, and the learning goes in an interactive manner along with the experiential learning, rather I would say. So yes, our kids are doing good in interactive sessions as well.
Okay, ma'am, if we don't have any more questions, then probably we can.
Right.
I would like want to know about the syllabus completion. Is there a rush? Uh, Ma'am, can you please come again and reframe your question? I mean, what I would want to know about syllabus completion. So, ma'am, she wants to know about how we complete our syllabus, and do we rush and complete the syllabus, or how
No,
is?
no, we actually don't rush through our syllabus. We take it slowly so that the child understand, because we are totally a student oriented school. So because of which our learning and teaching is in the manner of focusing the students capacity of learning. So yes, we don't rush. And of course, in regard with grade 9 and grade 10, we take care that the child is not overstressed, and in between we give them enough time to refresh and along with the activities. So yes, we don't rush with our curriculum, and our children are at ease.
Is it this kind of learning, Cambridge? Which syllabus you follow?
Uh,
So, uh,
yes, the NIO is right.
yeah, it's till class 8. It is Cambridge Learning Outcome, and from 9 and 10 we
And
prepare
10
the kids for
NIO.
NIS.
I'm also just jotting down all the questions, Joyce ma'am and Faisal sir, and probably by the end of this, I'll just edit it, all your answers, and put in the group also for the benefit of others.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that would be
same.
great, sir.
Over to you, Joyce, ma'am. We can wrap it up. I think we
Okay,
all are hungry for early dinner on Sunday.
absolutely.
Okay, ma'am wants to know all the subjects that I taught in the WhatsApp group. So, okay, the sir will post all the subjects that I taught. Uh, all right.
So,
Thank you, everyone. Yes, ma'am.
tell how many subjects. We'll be putting that in the WhatsApp group, ma'am, so
Thank
that
you.
you don't miss of any of the subjects list. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you,
So,
Nasreen, ma'am.
I have one question.
Yes, ma'am.
Hope you all are doing fine. Actually, I have a big concern about my kids as they are all are homeschooling. I have 4 kids. The third one is 2 years, half one only. So the elder one is 12 and half. So what I actually we are doing homeschooling for many purpose, for the experiential learning, for the human values, and for the ethics, for the sake of ethics. All have different ideology for selecting the homeschooling. Myself also, I have my own concerns. So after 12th, we have no option to do homeschooling. We have some sort of distant education only for the bachelor degree only. But if they have to select the professional course, they have to. We are compelling to send them to colleges. So how we will prepare for them to cope up with the society and cope up with the different, nowadays I'm really scared of the society. So about everything about the society, they are not holding the human values. Because myself, I am doing my kids for the experiential learning. In spite of that, why I am doing them homeschooling means I have to give them the values. I want them to be a human beings, valuable human beings. Because of that, I'm preferring. So how can I give them the awareness to cope
Okay,
up with the
I
society?
get your question, ma'am. So, just I would like to answer this question. Ma'am, you said that you are afraid of the society and you don't want your kids to go out in the society.
No,
Uh,
no, 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 no. Actually, I'm not doing like that because this one, I think I don't know the name, Kajal ma'am or something. Actually, I'm very new to this audience. So they were asking about the interaction. For myself, I have no tension about the interaction about my kids. Even though if they are not going to school, my concept, if they are going to school, they are only interaction to the same age. But for my kids, they have interaction to the different age, different people. Whenever they wanted to go out, they can go to fish market.
yeah,
Myself, they are the one who is doing the shopping also. I can give them my bank card also, no problem. I have no tension. I know if I am spending 1,000 rupees, they will spend only below 1,000. That much
okay,
I assured. And I am explaining them to cope up with the different situations. So in
okay.
your part, because you are doing a great job towards the society. So
Thank you, ma'am.
that's why I'm asking you. Because for example, most of the kids, most of the society, they're addicted to screen. So we are staying in Kuwait. So when we are going for vacation, actually my kids, they have almost zero screen. So I am engaging in different means. Because they're not saying, I didn't hear that they're telling that mama, I'm boring. So because they are engaged everything, house chores, everything. So I'm telling them, you are screen free and you are facing a society with full of screen. So I am training them how to cope up. So in not last month, before last year vacation, when they went, they changed the whole house
That's nice,
for
ma'am.
screen free at least for 1 month. So
That's nice.
that much I have. So
This is
if
providing encouragement to us.
we are doing our best for our children, we have to do something for the society that you people are doing. So what is your suggestion for that?
Daud bhai, would you like to take this question?
Uh, as a parent, ma'am, I think first I respect what decision you've taken, and I think all of us are parents here. Joyce, ma'am, Shazia, ma'am, Kajal, ma'am, all of us, what we shared, ma'am, what we can do, I'll share in two parts. What we can do is we can prepare our students for the world rather than preparing the world for students. I can't go out and change the roads, the situation, or the mindset. What I can do is I can give them skills. That is what is in our hand, and that is what we need to, irrespective where we are. Let's upskill our students, give them great perseverance, allow them not to, give up too easily, give them skills to write, speak well, communicate, debate, negotiation. I think we as homeschoolers are doing some really on par and across. That's number one. Number two, when you equip them with these, every child's journey will be very different. I've seen students land up in the United States having no experience ever. None of the family members have gone there, survived, and doing very well. I'm talking about friends of mine who are there. I know the first student, of course, officially it was not Golden Sparrow, but this child, she did her homeschooling, she did her NIOS grade 12. She was always interested in cooking, baking, and today she has landed up in a Michelin five-star restaurant in London, doing amazing. This girl literally was struggling to do basic subjects. An NI student is now becoming a chef in a Michelin star restaurant. So, ma'am, they will fly, which is what Sparrow is all about, right? Let them fly. All we can do is we can do our best in equipping them. And I think hats off to you. You're doing amazing sitting in Kuwait. So is everybody everywhere. So good luck to you. And I think that's hope that answers some part of your question.
Actually, myself, I'm not worried about my kids' profession or my kids' financial background. I'm not worried because if we are doing developing them according to the skill wise, that will be developing because they knows the. And
Yes.
still now we are managing them with the money management and all. We are doing them, no problem, but I'm afraid I'm scared about the values, these ethical values, the values between the familial values they have to, because nowadays the new generation, the human values are reducing, they're not getting, even though, if my family and me or my kids, we are not using the screens also, but they are
True.
seeing
I'm
the
sorry. I'll just
society, they
interrupt
are
you, ma'am.
enjoying with the screen, they are
Okay.
enjoying with the
Understood.
screen, because
Yes.
means
Yes.
even though if elder one, they are not putting their phone. I am very amazed about that,
Okay.
they're
So
enjoying
we'll
actually. So
interrupt you, Fatima ma'am. Just a minute. I'm sorry. Just ending the meeting. What we'll do is we'll take this as a conversation: the screen, the gadget, and the children across. I mean, it is a universal problem. Trust me. Mark Zuckerberg doesn't allow his son to go on Facebook while the whole world is there. So I think this problem is universal. What you're suggesting is right. It's the idea that how much can we influence them. Perhaps a lot of reading material in the house encourages students to read. This is what we are working on. The idea is, can we encourage them to develop passion for building? Your Lego sets. My father and my mother got me a lot of Lego sets. We build a lot of things. This is what we're suggesting. So I'll just take this as a question on the chat also. Anyone who's not able to get the link or the WhatsApp, please send a message to me or Joyce ma'am. Just see the numbers, and we'll take this conversation ahead, right? So probably for the possibility of everyone else, we'll probably just end the meeting and we'll take the conversation on WhatsApp. Thank you.
So, hello everyone. I take this opportunity to thank our speaker, Faisal sir, who took his time out from his busy schedule to join us today. I would also like to extend my unending thanks to all our participants. Your presence is a testament to your commitment as parents and teachers. We appreciate your participation for the webinar. Thank you for joining us today, and I hope you all have found this webinar informative and engaging. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you again.
Thank you, everyone. Bye bye.